Alright, we are back with more Final Fantasy Tactics events. Last time, we got quite a bit of quests completed. When I was editing that, I was like, golly, there was a lot. But as I was trying to do some leveling up off screen, this was getting attacked. So, we'll definitely see it on screen at some point, but it'll shake like it does if you have a treasure that's available. But it'll say, well, in this case, it was like Giza Plains is attacked. So it's a quest kind of that'll show up every now and then. But before we actually head into that, I want to show off our party now. As you can see, we're very different. Marsh is a fighter, finally. He has already mastered Rush and Air Render. He's learning Backdraft right now. That is due to the Flame Tongue that I have now. Montablock is a Mog Knight. He's also mastered quite a bit. Mog Attack and Mog Rush, Last Haste, and Shield Bearer. And he is trying to learn Mog Lance right now, which is the Mog Knight version of Air Render. I don't know why they don't just call it Air Render, but they call it something different. It's not as good as Air Render, though. Gilbert is back to being a paladin. I don't know if he was actually ever a paladin on screen. I think he was at one point. But he now knows Nurse, and he's learning... he learns Parlay, he has Defense, and he's learning Drop Weapon right now. So, definitely getting much more stuff learned in that regard. And he has a shield, once again. Also having 201 defense, which isn't bad. But also, Montablock has 200, so... it's kind of crazy. But his attack is way lower. Eventually, I'll have Montablock go back to Black Magic, but I was trying to get him to master Last Haste, which... if he ever becomes severely wounded, which is like, I think a third of their HP left. A third or a quarter, I can't quite remember. Some things will activate with that, and with this case, it'll be giving Montablock haste, which is very good. Graham is back to being a monk, and I'm glad I looked at this, because I have finally... the thing that can teach counter, and I wanted to give him chakra as well to have a bit of a heal, but he has also learned a few things as a Templar, but he is going to be learning more for certain. He hasn't quite went to Warrior yet, but he'll probably go to either Warrior or go back to Templar. I don't think I have enough for Templar to really go back to it yet, but we'll probably go to Warrior and then go to Dragoon, because there's some stuff that he can learn from that. One of them being a combo. Wagner is now an Alchemist. Now, for Alchemists, they're a little bit weird into things that they learn, but the stuff that they do have is more of... kind of manipulating, like whether it's status effects or kind of just silencing enemies, or hey, it confers one-time status affliction protection. That's also really nice to have. But main thing is I wanted him to have maintenance, so his stuff doesn't get stolen, or where he can't be stolen from, or have things destroyed, because we're going to be running into things at some point that does that. So... hopefully we won't have too much of a problem there. But we've got a few things that... only a few things that teach stuff as alchemists, unfortunately. So he'll be changing somewhat soon. Probably going to either go to Time Mage or Illusionist, but I'm not quite sure yet. Probably Illusionist, if anything. Time Mages are okay, but I don't typically use their stuff all that much. Clementina. She is learning Double Shot as a sniper, which that was an expensive bow. So there is that. But that'll give her enough, I believe, to get to the next capable Vera class. Because I think Veras are the only ones that have a third tier of classes where you have to master a second tier class to get at the third one. Or a certain amount. Sammy is back to being a ninja. Although he wasn't one on screen, really, for you guys. But his steal has been quite a bit, so we're going to go away from that for a little bit to gain some ninja skills. Carlos, I haven't used him a whole lot off screen, unfortunately. He's currently doing White Mage, because I'm trying to get him to master enough White Mage stuff so he can eventually become a Sage. And those are actually probably some of the... I think they're, as far as damage-wise, they're the most powerful magic casters for new moves. So definitely something you want to look at doing. Diesel, I made him into a Mog Knight for now. I don't have any more guns for him as a gunner, but I did have gunmanship for that, and you can still actually use gunmanship even though you're not wielding a firearm, so there's that. It's kind of interesting, but you can do that, but yes. Jang is actually a gladiator. I went and switched him to a soldier for a little bit so he can master those two. That's all he needed to get access to the others, and his defend, while only is 2, I could teach him way more stuff as a gladiator, and that's what I wanted to do, so we decided to do that. Darcy is now an elementalist. She is not, she doesn't have a lot, I'll be honest, but having that little bit of extra magic kind of helps with the spirit magic stuff. We'll see how this goes. Hopefully, well, hopefully I'll remember not to do something bad and get her put back into jail, because she's the only one with a card at the moment. Douglas, I've been teaching him some stuff as a juggler, and Dagger is one of the most broken abilities for the juggler. It does damage and also has the possibility of disabling the target, which is insane. So we're going to be having Douglas try to master as many of the job stuff for the juggler before I switch him off, because he'll have to master some thief stuff before he gets back to it, which is not a bad thing, but hey, he's been a little bit slow going, as it were. So yeah. I always like kind of showing that off in case in between times I actually do a lot of grinding for levels and skills and whatnot, because that could take a bit. What was, I think it was I checked it before I started. I believe it's Addle is the thing I'm not supposed to be doing, which I think I have like one skill that can do that. But I'm gonna bring Graham. We'll bring Carlos for this one. We'll bring Jay. Oh, I can't. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. I need to get Marsh and Monteblock up in their levels, and because Wagner's level 10 tech. How is Wagner the highest level person I have? Oh shoot, fight is illegal. Okay. Good thing I looked at that. Alright. Jeez, fight is illegal? Alright. Let's get some air render going. To be fair, there's going to eventually be one where it's like you can't use colored magic, but using fight is recommended. So there's going to be inverses at some point. It's just we're currently in that middle ground of not being able to really go through that. Did I give you the dash boots? No. Okay, you just have higher movement. For some reason, I remember you having way less movement. Alright. Montablack, you're going to use Mugo Lance. As you can see, not nearly as much damage. Singalius? I think that's what that thing's name was. Alright, Blake Magic, we're going to cast... Is Thunder gonna be fine? Yeah, I'm just gonna cast Thunder. I don't need to use Thunder on that. Alright, we got ourselves some job points. Eventually, one of the goals I want to have for the clan is for everyone to have... Oh, dadgummit. Here's the Chocobo Rush move. It can do some decent damage. It's probably one of the most overpowered moves in this game, other than Air Render, because it is literally a straight line that will go through the entire map. There's no, like, distance that is too far for it, which is insane. Very broken. This is just broken in terms of the amount of damage it does. But, alright. Hopefully, though, I won't have to worry too much about the Chocobo Rush, but we'll just have to draw the Animist out for a little bit. And staying out of his range is one way to do it. Alright. Easily was able to take care of them. Look at this nice, juicy line of 3 people. That sounds so wrong, but you know, I'm just trying to entice this Animist to come after. We're all protected, though. You know, we're good, and we don't have to deal with your shenanigans. If you try to use Chocobo Rush, we'll be mostly fine. And I got you to do it. Oh my gosh. Oh yeah, that's right. It hits from behind too. Oh my goodness. I forgot it just hits the entire line, front and back. Alright. I know, and the thing is, I can actually buy that weapon, but it's expensive. It's extremely expensive. Yeah, I'll just go ahead and use Chakra. I didn't have really anything I could do there. Let's actually do something else here. I don't know if this'll hit. It probably won't. Yeah. It's unfortunate. But it is what it is. Well, yeah, that's right. It'll hit. It's not going to do a lot of damage, but like I said, it's... Dang. Okay, let's try... Well, actually, let me do this. Thundra. A very minor chance of actually getting this to work. Yeah, no. Rain is your name. Alright. And this is the thing about the AI when it comes to any Animus that has Chocobo Rush. That's all they'll use. They will not use another move. It's wild. But that is their choice of move that they will always use. Let's see. That's too far away, I believe. Yeah. Should be fine here. Yeah, 75. That's what I wanted. Let's see if this backdraft will do a dot. Yep, it'll get him. Lots of damage, but you hurt yourself. Unfortunately, we did not get any items, but we did get a good bit of money out of that. Alright. Oh yeah, Giza wasn't actually ours. I was thinking for some reason it was. It's currently freed. Well, their version of saying it, well, like this area is freed is kind of like like in Tactics Advance 2, you bought territories. Like this is that version of it. It's like, oh, you freed X area. Alright, let's see. How much is that conch? The Satire Flute. 10,000. I do not have enough for that. Told you it was expensive. Even the Gay Bulk is, like, insanely expensive. Like, why? It's almost as expensive as the Dragon Whisker. I don't know why. It's kind of weird. Alright, well, regardless. I could get this for poison. That's not a bad idea. I don't know. Kira would not be a bad idea. I really should look at doing that. But also, I need another Veil move at some point. Ooh, yeah. Ooh. Glowing Gren is actually a really good thing. I can buy the Apocalypse. That actually is not going to cost me that much. At some point, I will have a Blue Mage, but that is not at the current moment. I'll grab a Survival Vest because immunity is actually good. And eventually I'll also get enough for both of these. Damage to MP is actually kind of interesting, depending on what build you're going for. There's actually a few characters that I could think of that we have that would benefit from that. Usually I don't like using that move, but... Well, not move, but the, support ability. But... Clan Marble. I see. All right. Okay, what are we doing with no items? Okay, that is fine. Let's go with Douglas. Let's bring Darcy. Jang. Diesel. And Carlos. That should work. Get ready! It's almost like get ready to rumble, but we're not rumbling, unfortunately. Earth damage and immobilize. Oh, we actually got him immobilized. That's the one thing about spirit magic. It's very weird about its chance of actually inflicting the ailment. More likely, at least it's from my experience, it's always kind of been like a 30-70 with a 30% chance of actually activating that. It's usually never the case. Alright, let's have Douglas move over here. And I'm going to stunt Dagger Toss at this guy. Yeah, we're going to hit him. Ow, I missed! For shame. Oh yeah, Mog Peak. This is a... detect rare item held by enemy unit. I'll show you what it does. It does not really give you much, unfortunately. Nothing detected. That's usually what happens with that move. Let's do... Oh, this is mean. Let's do it. Alright, so right there, that Moogle can't do anything. It's so mean. Because he can't act because he's in the water, and he can't move out of the water because he's immobilized. That's just mean. Alright. But, I mean, this is a clan war. This isn't supposed to be nice. Alright, getting that damage in to the archer is going to be really good. What are you doing? Oh, ouch. That's going to hurt. That definitely hurts, man. Let's see. I'm going to actually do defense before I move. I wanted to make sure I could actually get defense in case, well, not in case, but when the soldier actually does move. I don't have Earth Heal yet, so that's why we're using Cure. Eventually, I'm going to probably turn her into a red mage, because that's going to be very beneficial. But, gonna probably wait until I get a certain item to do that. Alright, Douglas, let's try this again. Toss the dagger, sir. And now he can't use any actions. Fantastic. Blind shot. I love that. The little... I guess they're clouds? Can't really tell with that pixelation. Reduce speed. So you're not actually aiming to... Okay. Well, that's probably why he decided to do that rather than just normally hit me with an attack. That's actually suboptimal there. Let's go with an air render to the side. There we go. He has now been awarded the judge point. Alright. Neve? Neve? I don't know what that name is. I'll be frank. Let's do this. 36. 95.40. Oh yeah, I'll make a slight confession to this. I didn't know you could actually do that. Because you'll probably notice earlier in the LP that I would stop it and do it. Be like, well, what does it say about this person? And then what does it say about this person? I'm not even kidding. I did not know you could do this. That or I completely forgot you could do that. You just gotta press L and R. It's just like, oh, the convenience part of that. I wish I knew that so much, like, so long ago, you know? The hilarity of it all. Alright, well, what are you doing? What are you doing? Please no. Oh my goodness. Of course. And Darcy doesn't have life. It's Carlos that does. Heavy dust. Should be fine here. Alright, what is Trevor doing? Why? You know what? Just don't worry about it. Rush. I could do... Do I... 37 with that one. $31. I'd just do this instead. And what's the damage output here? Nice to know. Dagummit. Still missed. I think it's either because of the elevation or it's because of the water she was in. Which, that doesn't make sense why reflex wouldn't work in the water, but... Well, I take that back, it would. The elevation doesn't make as much sense, because you can use reflex on bow attacks, but... It's still weird. That's the thing, though. This game has a lot of interesting interactions you wouldn't normally think about. Alright. Let's get some damage in on you. You're being a problem. Trevor, not so much. He's just hanging out. Okay. Yeah, he's doing that. Of course. Tis unfortunate. 18. Jeez. Yeah, just... Just get the damage in. By casting spirit magic. I will say, there's a... I think I've said it at this point. If not, oh well. There's an ability for red mages called double cast. They're the only ones that can do it. And there are some really good combinations you can do with double cast. And it just more or less breaks the thing. Especially when you pair it up with a few other things as well. One of them being you can pair it up with elemental magic. You can pair it up with the red magic, white magic, and also summoning. So, there's just some crazy stuff you can do. And that's more or less of what I'm aiming for Darcy to be able to do. Oh, 5 damage. I'm fine with that. It's just a matter of actually getting her to that point. And the thing is, doing the double cast, it takes forever to learn. Probably because of how broken it is. I think it's 999 or it's 990 AP to actually master it. So it's one of those things where you don't do it unless you've got everything else good to go. And probably one of my favorite ways to actually use Vera's, honestly, other than what we're doing with Clementina. I don't know why I was about to say Stephanie. Jeez, that's not her name. I was like, wait a minute, that's not her name. But yeah, Clementina is going to be doing a different route because she's more of a physical attacker or weapons damage dealing. So we're going to be aiming for something else for her, but Darcy's got the magic side of the Vera. Alright, we'll have Jang go this way to take care of the Trevor guy. What are you doing? Oh, damage and poison. Oh, fantastic. You're just awful. Alright. Diesel. Oh yeah, that's right. Just fire damager, please. Also a nice reason to have gunmanship in that manner. Just so you could have a way to get around reflex. You don't need anything crazy. You just need to get around it. Can that hit? Barely. And it may not hit. Let's try for it. Nope. And that's the thing. In 2, I'm less likely to take a shot like that. Especially if it cost MP. I would just normally save up. Because it's like, that's just wasting MP. Why would I do that? But in the case of this game, you start off with full MP and you just will gain MP each turn. You just have a set amount. And most individuals will never have to worry about MP usage. However, if you are double casting, that is something you do have to worry about. That is a definite, like, thing that you are going to run into is like, oh, I don't have enough MP anymore. She's about to run out of MP doing this, but her levels should be more linked to getting MP in these classes, though, so she'll get a lot of MP. But there's ways to help reduce the amount of MP she uses, or and it'll make it way more manageable, but we're currently not at that point. I want to say there's a way to... There is. It's actually an ability with the summoners. It's called half MP. You spend half the MP to actually do stuff. But I do believe it cuts down the power of the spells, if I remember right. Mithril Blade. Okay. Carlos. Jang. Douglas. Is that blade for fighters, or is it just... Fighter, sword, and charge. Okay, cool. Fantastic! We have multiple people that can combo now! Yay! Did you master the thing? No, you're not even remotely close. Why did I even wonder that? Sorry, I sounded so enthusiastic about that. Alright, then we're going to do Shell. You learned Rush? Yeah, or you learned your weapon thing. Beat down, can do that. We could do Fire Sword, Wild Swing. We'll do Beat down first. Not quite. He learned Catch, which is fine and all, but I don't have a thing to give him now, which is unfortunate. So he's going to be stuck with the armor to catch things. So I do want to do Return Fire because it's actually kind of funny, but it's very niche. It is a super niche thing, but I do like it. Alright. With that being said, though, we finally get to look at quests. Newbie Hall. Combat level 5. I don't think I have a 5 yet. Yeah, no, I don't have it a 5. What was I thinking? Alright. Pub, sir, what do you got? The same ones. Alright, well, fine. Well, let's deal with these fools. And get ourselves into a fight with Clan Dip. Alright. Clan Dip is not really anything to worry too much about. Confuse? Alright, that's fine. Oh, yeah. Seeing the Berserk thing just reminded me of a key thing. There's going to be a point where, like, Montablock's haste, and there's a technique called Last Berserk that's given to defenders, I believe. Or it has something to do with Berserk. I forget the name of it. But if Berserk is against the law, don't ever keep that reaction on. Because you'll immediately get a yellow card for it if it's activated. It's pretty devastating. Alright. Wagner. We're also going to have... Yeah, we'll bring Darcy for this. Yeah, we're good. Actually, I want to move her over here. And we'll move Wagner, Graham.
Alright, we're going to defeat all the enemies.
Hopefully this is not going to go horribly. I don't think it will. They're level 7. It is Thelma. That's a name. Man. I don't know anybody with remotely close to that name. There might be someone out there who has that name. But it's no one I know. Yeah, let's go up here. Double shot. Because why not? I can do more damage this way. Are you kidding me? Fine. Jerk. This guy's gonna be a jerk. Alright, and we can do some more damage this way and just get rid of the white mage. Now I don't have to worry about the pesky white mage healing bad guys. It would have been awful. Oh, you kept black magic, okay. But as you can see, alchemists can always use items. You never have to have item on their thing because they can always use it. Which is a useful thing, honestly. There's sometimes where it's like, man, I could really use a Phoenix down, and I don't have it. Because you forgot to bring a white mage. Or your white mage has no MP. That's also possible. 12 whole damage. That's just rude. I might actually make her into an archer before I make her into anything else. Just so I can get block arrows, to be honest. Uh-oh. Oh, you only pilfered 2 gil. I am so devastated. One of the reasons, in this game at least, Mug is pathetic. I would never want to use it. There's way better skills out there. Just even Steel Gill is way better than using Mug. Man, in a way, I kind of wish it was like the Mug from Final Fantasy X. Because not only did you do decent damage, you took the set amount of Gil you were going to take if you used Steel. Well, Steel Gill. It's such a good way of going about it. Well, that's unfortunate. You stole my judge point, you jerk. Alright. Let's just take care of this. You know, he had just a rock hit his head. At least that's what it sounded like. That or pottery, I can't tell. Double shot. That's okay damage. Honestly, double shot does a decent amount of damage, but also Bisto Toxo does probably the most. I have not gotten the Fyra spell. I have not gotten the staff for Fyra. I probably should buy it. I've quietly been hoping that I would just come across it from these clan fights, but I have not gotten it yet, so I might just have to break down and buy it. It's a shame. A real shame. Well, hey, you're more than welcome to do that. Alright. I think this should hit. Yeah, we're good. Alright, Moogle Man. Prepare to get air pounched. Oh, daggum it. It did not hit. It is a shame. Never miss damage, but it's gonna miss. I love that. It's because it's block arrows, but it's never miss. And then miss. That's the thing, though. At least with this game, it says never miss damage, and it actually is 100% compared to A2. And Advanced 2, golly, I love the game a lot, but that's the one thing I actually do dislike about it, is it'll take moves like Take Aim or Blitz that are meant to be accurate and have a 100% chance of hitting, make it 99%. And it's like, why? You're doing that on purpose, and I don't like it. It's so mean. Because I've had, and more often than it should, I've had those moves miss because they made it 99% rather than keep it at 100%. And I think that's what's been so frustrating about it. It's like, dadgummit, if you just kept it at the 99. Alright, let's heal. Keep our health up. We only have archers left to deal with, so... Okay, you've got block arrows. Oh, it's raining outside. I was like, what the heck? Alright. It was cloudy today, so... Well, I say cloudy. It was raining earlier today. It's a little bit more than cloudy. Alright, so... Yeah. What's this gonna do? It's gonna do a lot of damage, but it's not gonna do the... It's not gonna be the accuracy I need it to be. Alright. This should allow me to just strike her. Yeah. Hopefully this'll do 46 damage. It did 44. Close enough. The crazy thing is, though, there are some clans, and Clan Dip is going to be one of them, where level-wise, they'll keep climbing up, like the rest, like everyone else, but they're still going to have the same skills. They're never going to have anything other than, like, the Take Aim being the best thing this guy has, or the Blackout skill from the Vera Archer. Like, they don't have anything else going for them, which is sad. But it's something that's a handicap of theirs. So, while at first they are a little bit of a threat because they actually have all these skills we don't have, as we've been leveling up, they've become more of a joke, as you can see. Which is why... when it comes to doing the farming for levels and farming for skills, which this has kind of been that, it's almost been the whole episode already. I did show the Help Giza, but this is essentially what I'm doing when I'm farming for this stuff. It's the items also the thing I farm for, because as you saw, we got the Mithril Blade, so we now have combo abilities for a lot more of our characters. I try to farm for the AP for everybody, I try to farm for the levels, I try to farm for the items, and The Sturborg. It's it's alright, you know? Honestly, starting a fight. Oh, really? It's that one? Fine. Mage Mash. Oh, I do have the White Flame, Fire Whip, Earth Heal. Okay. I'll probably go with Earth Heal so she can have a better heal. Because Earth Heal's actually good. White Flame is a better heal. But here's the thing. It says flame in it. If fire is illegal, you can't use White Flame. I've gotten a few yellow cards because of that. Because I forget. It's like, oh, it's a heal, it's fine. Nope, it's illegal. Come in. Oh, me. Oh, my. We'll get the Ashura. Well, we needed a new katana for Sammy. Because he had needed a new one. Let's go. I think, anyway. No, actually. Dadgummit, I was premature in that.
To be honest, I kind of forgot that I needed to have 1,000.
Let's fix that. We can sell a Sturborg. I don't need another one. Fine. We'll do one story. We'll do the story mission. Alright. Oh, you know what? Hold on. There's been a rash of attacks by crazed monsters in the Elute Sands area recently. I don't think I've ever heard that turn of phrase, and I don't... to be fair, as a kid, I never paid attention to the wording for the most part. We'll pay for research and removal. Elute Civilian Militia. Well, it's a militia. I'm not thinking they're going to be scholars of the English language. Anyhow. Let's go to the Elute Sands. Dadgummit!
Dadgummit, Clan Marble!
I hate it when they do that. No charm, only that's fine. I don't care. Actually, no, we're not doing that. Okay, you're almost mastering Backdraft. Montablock, my friend, where are you at? You are quite a bit of a ways off. Okay. We'll bring Gilbert along for this one. We brought Graham in for a bit of it. How close are you to mastering? You almost have Chakra, but you don't have Counter quite yet. We'll go ahead and bring you again. We'll bring Clementina. We'll bring Sammy. You know, Sammy hasn't been around in this episode, so why not? Again, no charm. I don't think Waterville does that. No, it silences. Yeah, all the veils do a status effect, but the thing is, the veils are mainly used for range status effect. They're not there for the damage. They do almost nothing in terms of actual damage. Unless it's actually based off of, like, magic. Because, let me show you. 11 damage. That's typical for ninjutsu. It does not like going anything beyond that. Unless you're attacking flans, then it'll change. You can get maybe 20. Nothing really. And your steel is only shield, accessory, and gil. Okay. No, not combo. We're not doing that. Oh, jeez, 50. Alright. Let's just go for a strike. Nice. You got it. Okay, let's do Bistotoxo. Yeah, 30 damage, which isn't bad. Versus 15, but twice. So it essentially takes the... I think the attack and takes it and does it in half. But the reason why double shot's usually a better choice, it's also good if you fight's illegal. You can actually use double shot and get around it. However, with double shot, you also have 2 chances of getting a crit. So, I've gotten 2 crits before. It's pretty insane. But it's a very rare thing for it to happen, because crits in general are hard to come by. Although I've had them happen off screen a little bit, but not nearly to any crazy extent. We've had it happen a lot to us, though. Alright, so Gilbert. I'm going... Oh, I can't disarm you. Well, I can, but it's going to be crazy. Alright, so... This is a good way to show it. Parlay. It says removed from combat. This is a 0% chance unless they are like severely hurt, where they're on the ground. Not like unconscious, but they're on the ground like, oh no, I'm in trouble. This is a very good move for flans. It may not seem like it, but for the flan, they take almost no damage from physical attacks because of how high their defense is. And if one of them is being a problem, and you've done enough damage to where they're on the ground like that, parlay them. That's the best way to actually deal with them. And more likely than not, it's not a 100% success. It's varied, but it does save your skin. So, just a little thing to have in the back pocket if you need it. Sure, why not? I'm gonna try it. Better than not. Well, I hit the Animist, at least. Good win! Oh, dadgummit. What is he doing to Satellite now? That's a joke very few people would probably... That's a callback to something most people probably wouldn't know. Unless you watched Yu-Gi-Oh! 5Ds. Oh, man. I both love and despise that. It's a mixed bag. For the most part, I like it, but there's some moments in that are pretty bad. Very cringe. Oh yeah, this is something else. Sometimes using double shot's not a good idea. Especially if I forget what it's called, but it's like forced movement, where you use things like rush or get a crit where it moves the enemy. That specifically is illegal, and golly, that is one of the worst laws out there for this game. But because you can't control when you get a crit. But using double shot, if you do that, you have a higher chance of getting yellow carded, if not red carded, if that happens. More likely than not, you'll get double. If you do it when they're standing on a cliff, 100% you're getting a red card because they're going to go down. But, man, it's rough if you do that. It's more or less you're asking for it at that point. More never miss damage. Golly. Okay. What about dropping our weapon? 35% chance. What if I air render you? 50. So let's go with that. 51. Fantastic. All right. Fighter tech. We'll do air render. And here we go. Oh, come on. Game. Give me the accuracy. Okay. That is a no. So I was correct in what my thought was for it. The way... Because I was trying to remember how people get included into combo. It's their weapon range. So, another good reason to have a gunner. Especially one that has a combo ability. Because he pretty much can tag in no matter where you started. It is broken. Alright, let's possibly get some poison going. Let's hope it. There we go. Yeah, Graham's back is turned. That's unfortunate. Okay, so if I do Whirlwind, is it going to be enough? Should be. There we go! We got a judge point! And Julian's probably going to run off into some corner, yep. He's gonna heal himself because he's been hurt. He only got 9 HP back, though. Hardy. But... Dadgummit. This is, like, just reminding me of my childhood. Dadgummit. Anyone... this is a weird tangent, but the name, just... It's there. Anyone remember the Hardy Boy books from back in the day? Because golly, I can't tell you anything about them. I just remember them being a thing, honestly. But the guy's got the name Hardy. It's just like boom, Hardy Boys. Oh, okay. I never read any of them, if I remember. Or if I did, I didn't really care about it enough. I was one of those kids. It's just like, I don't like reading. I'll read things in video game because I like video game, but that's it. Oh, me. I was a menace when it came to try to... That was the whole thing. If you tried to force me to read, I would not want to. Oh, there we go. There's the crit that I was talking about. Oh, man. Those 2 chances of crit. Now let's just get rid of the soldier here with some magic from our friend Monoblock. Jeez, it's been the whole episode and I haven't done one story mission. I'm sorry. We'll do it next time. Unless it immediately forces me into this, into the mission. I don't think it does. No, it doesn't. Okay. Alright. I think I already have a Skarmorex or whatever it's called. Scramisax? I have 3 of them. Dadgummit. And it doesn't even teach you good good thing, you know, like good abilities. It's just a decent, like, knife. And kind of barely at that, because this has 31, this is at 30. Jack's knife has 22. But anyway, that'll be it for this episode. Next time, we'll start our episode actually doing Desert Peril. Because I don't know how long it's going to take, and I don't want to make this a 2-hour video. So, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. You take care. Later.